Well, I'm going to try to give you a tour of Saikyo-ji temple we live at, and what you're looking at is a rock garden that is right in front of a building that's called the Honbo, and I'm going to take you down the Honbo, which is the route that we take to go to prayers every morning. You got a little bit of an overview of the garden there. And the veranda that we walk down to our Hondo, which is the main building where the prayers are being held. So there's a couple of historical things here along the way that I will show you. There is a room here that has some images here of Akechi Mitsuhide and his wife. In case you didn't know, Akechi was the one who assassinated Nobunaga. There's another building, or another room here, I should say. And you have some beautiful ikebana here that was done by one of our priest's wife. This is Mrs. Hono who has done this. It's great stuff. And we're going to continue on down this walkway. Monks live down this hallway, and it's also used for a variety of things, including maintenance and some other things like that. And we're going to keep on strolling down this hallway, and we're going to get to the gift shop, which is right here, and you can see all of the gifts that are here. Lots of stuff here. And we're going to keep on going to, we're leaving this building, which is Honbo, and we're going to go up this bridge to a building that is called Shoin. And this is a building that we stayed at for a couple of nights here at the temple. This is a building that was used for sutra copying at one time. I'm going to go to the right on this veranda and show you the area that we stayed at for a little bit. So you can kind of get an overview of the building that we just left, Honbo. So I'm just going to show you the garden area right now that is in the back of Shoin, where we stayed. And here's the garden. And myself and students occupied rooms down this hallway to the left. And the abbot of this temple, Nishimura Daisojo, lives in that building right there. So we had to be quiet, obviously, over here in this neck of the woods. So I'm going to take you back down the hallway, and I'm going to show you 25 bosatsu that are made out of stone. They date back to the 16th century, and these are the originals. There are replicas of these stones in the front of Saikyo-ji, but these things are pretty old. They date back to 1576, I believe. And there are 25 of these stone images in this part of the temple. And these are some of the treasures of this temple. And we're going to lead forward to another area. Here's some more of these. This is just a garden here. I'll show you that in a second or two. Here are the remaining 25 statues here. And I'm going to take you to a building that is called Kankyu-den, which has a lot of great artwork. I'll show you some of these old paintings on the doors. And this is a guest house. And I'm going to just give you a 360 here for a second. The place that we are going into now is called the Kankyu-den, and it is very famous for its fusumae, which was done by Kano. And we'll take a look at this now. Let's go through here. I'm just going to do a quick run through, show you the temple. This building, Kankyu-den, and there's a lot of images inside these buildings. It's going to be hard to see through this, but inside here, interesting temple altar. You can see that there. Move away from this building here a little bit, or this window. Move over to this room, which is pretty cool because the daimyo Hideyoshi sat in this room. And there's some fantastic artwork of birds and flowers here on the doors. And you can see some of that. So these are treasures of the temple. These things are pretty old. Let's go down this way. You can see the honden is to the left, which is the hondo, and we're going to go around this building to another area. We're passing lots of rooms with artwork in it. These are ancient treasures. Teikan no Ma, and you can see up on the walls around these doors. Pretty amazing stuff. Let's go over here, cut through this little trail here. What I'm going to do is show you, I'm going to skip this room here. It goes into some more artwork into the rooms in there. But I did want to show you this pond. This pond is in the shape of Lake Biwa here at the temple. And there are 4 lanterns, stone lanterns here at this lake, little pond. And what you're looking at is a lantern which is supposed to represent Saikyo-ji, which is on Lake Biwa. If you go up a little bit higher to the very top, you might be able to see it up there on the hill, is a lantern that's supposed to represent Enraku-ji. Then over here is a, to the far end of this pond, there is also a lantern that's supposed to represent Midera, and the one that's closest to me represents Ishiyama-dera. Hopefully you can see some of the koi in this pond. It's pretty cool back here. I like it a lot. And we're just going to come back this way. We're circumambulating in a clockwise fashion around the Kankyu-den, and we are going to go into this room which has artwork, lots of artwork and treasures, which are great to take students to. Lots of stuff to look at. Old. So this is where some of the treasures of this temple are being held. So let's go down this way to another building, and we're all doing this in our little slippers, of course, but I want to give you an overview of this other rock garden here. It's really very nice. We're going to make a right-hand turn here and just give you kind of a quick overview of this rock garden. And we're walking on the veranda through here. And we're going to come right back around to the showing and the statues. You can see the statues there. And straight ahead of us is the bridge and the gift shop. And I will end it now and we'll go to another spot.